Big up Moose! Yeah!
My dear Mr. Winston, the request which you have just made of me to receive the record of my life is one which I carefully comply with so far as it lies in my power.
I have gladly accepted the invitation to speak to you in this unusual manner at a time when I am anxious that my words should reach as many of my fellow countrymen as possible.
No human system is perfect, but the system of free ports, with all its faults, has built up for us the greatest international trade in the world.
There are a million good reasons why you should support the national government. They are to be found in the homes where, owing to the trade revival, 1 million breadwinners are now drawing a regular wage instead of searching for work.
We are beginning a contest which will be one of the most historical in the story.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters, General Jodl, the representative of the German High Command, and of Grand Admiral Dönitz, the designated head of the German state, signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied expeditionary forces and simultaneously to the Soviet High Command.
I am talking to you today because I want to ask you all to help in making this country of ours more prosperous.
The meeting of the NATO powers in Paris is an important event. It has also become an annual event.
Good evening. This afternoon, the Queen did me the great honor to ask me to form a government. I have accepted this duty. The occasion is a sad one for me, brought about as it is by the retirement of my old and very dear friend, Anthony Eden.
In 3 short years of his presidency, he left an indelible mark on his country and on the world. And for us in Britain, his loss is a deep and a sad one, because he was the most loyal and faithful of allies.
Mr. Wilson, all parties in this election agree that curing, or at least the halting of inflation, is a key issue of this election. How will Labour control inflation?
This election is about inflation. Inflation is not, as the Conservatives say, about wages to the housewife. It's about food prices, rents, mortgage interest rates. On food prices, apart from renegotiating the terms of entry into the common market, we shall have strict price control at wholesale and at retail level, with fair price lists in every shop, monitored and enforced if necessary. We shall have food subsidies on the most important items in the housewife's family.
As Prime Minister, I want to speak to you simply and plainly about the grave emergency now facing our country. Jobs will be in danger and take-home pay will be less.
Agreeing as we do on the need for nuclear energy, we pledge ourselves to reduce the risk of nuclear proliferation, and we have agreed to launch an urgent study on how to reconcile the world's need for nuclear energy with protection against the risks that may flow from its use.
Yes, the Commission does want to increase its powers. Yes, it is a non-elected body, and I do not want the Commission to increase its powers against this House. So, of course, we are differing. Of course, the chairman or the president of the Commission, Mr. Delors, said at press conference the other day that he wanted the European Parliament to be the democratic body of the community. He wanted the Commission to be the executive, and he wanted the Council of Ministers to be the Senate. No, no, no.
This morning I presided at a meeting of the Cabinet and had meetings with ministerial colleagues and others. In addition to my duties in this House, I shall be having further meetings later today.
Will the Prime Minister confirm that he could, if he wished, without any impact on the date of the general election, extend the life of this Parliament by the few days necessary to allow Sir Gordon Downey to publish his report? And if so, may I suggest that as soon as he leaves here, he nips down to the palace, has a quiet word with Her Majesty, and puts an end to this distasteful business once and for all.
Well, there's already been a Privy Council determining prorogation. I have no intention of changing that.
For all of this, I express more sorrow, regret, and apology than you may ever know.
As you know, the general election left no party able to command a majority in the House of Commons. I said I would do all that I could to ensure a strong, stable and principled government was formed, able to tackle Britain's economic and political challenges effectively. My constitutional duty is to make sure that a government can be formed following last Thursday's general election.
I love this country and I feel honoured to have served it. And I will do everything I can in future to help this great country succeed. Thank you very much.
I do so with no ill will, but with enormous and enduring gratitude to have had the opportunity to serve the country I love.
Clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister. And I've agreed with Sir Graham Brady, the chairman of our backbench MPs, that the process of choosing that new leader should begin now. And the timetable will be announced next week. And I've today appointed a cabinet to serve, as I will, until a new leader is in place.